Hey everyone, Me-chan here, and you might be wondering, where the heck have you been for the past few whatevers? I lost count, and all I know, I've been busy with life. Yeah. Anyways, I've been busy with life. Things happening, losing to award shows. I'm not talking about that anymore. And today, you might be wondering, why are there markers and pictures everywhere? And yes, it's been messy. Um, yeah, it's been messy and stuff. And this is a comic book folder. I do that stuff now. Actually, I'd been doing this for a while. I just haven't felt like displaying them in this weird face. I don't know why I made that. Yes, my first few comics aren't like exactly comedy gold to be laughed at. But that'll be in a separate video for a separate time to discuss. By the way, this is an anime and manga version of how a scene of the Engine Works and Railway will play in episode 1 of my series, The Engine Works and Railway. Yeah, original name. Anyways, basically, you might be wondering, what did you do to Edward, Wilbert, and James? First of all, these are not those characters, as you can tell by those eyeballs. That's Teddy, Josh, and Norman. Kind of coincidentally, he's red like the Norman and Thomas Prince, but not really. No one cares. Anyways, it's just a little thing I made for a promotional picture. Don't know why I made it, and I don't know why I gave them anime eyes. But as you can see right here, this is tape. You might be wondering what's behind those eyes. And actually, I don't want it peeled off because it looks horrible. Originally, I was trying to give him brown eyes, but the thin marker somehow lost his thing, so I had to use this fat marker, and it looked like complete and utter blue crap. So that's why I just taped it over with some green eyeballs I just recently made. Yeah. And this is an engine, another promotional picture of another engine. Yeah. It doesn't look exactly as gray as this, or anything like it in a good or bad way. Don't know how to say it. And not finished because too lazy to paint these black, but whoever cares. And I'll show you the actual engine over here. And it'll plus another bonus locomotive. Yeah. Okay, we're over to my other side. By the way, there's a cold dusty talking Thomas on some like G-scale gauge track. I don't know, horse gauge track, pulling a red brake van. Okay, we got that cleared up. Okay, no more questions. Anyways, by the way, this is Teddy. You might have not seen him before. I'm not sure I have showed you, and I haven't uploaded the videos. But yeah, here's Teddy. Like the character you saw in the picture. This is the model Teddy. I'm trying to currently get every other characters together and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Freaking wheels! Who cares about you trucks? No one cares for you trucks. Anyways, this red engine, no, it's not my OC if you're wondering. Seriously, it's not. It's just Jake. Not a major character either. He's just one of the characters in Teddy's backstory in episode 2. Coincidentally, Teddy's 2, and that's in episode 2. Haha, jokes. Funny. Sorry for that. Shoot! Clockwork! Sorry. Something happened. Yeah! Lighting. Am I right? Anyways. This is Jake, and he's one of the characters in Teddy's backstory. Not a nice character either. All the engines of Teddy's Railway are kind of jerks. And the differences between him and James there, well, a different face. He has wrinkles, he's older. He has no number, because I cleared up his number with clay. And his trailing wheel looks different. I'm not sure if you could see, but fix the light. And let me fix that lighting to make it brighter. It's actually an American bogie with a truck or a trailing wheel. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it is. You probably he's the second engine that actually moves and stuff. And second of all is the engine you saw in the drawing, and he's not nice either. He's actually kind of person who you expect to be. Hold on, I think I flipped the camera. He's actually the engine He's actually the engine you expected to be mean and cruel, because I was trying to represent this face in the drawing. I don't think it looks that good. I guess I used a Bachman Percy face to deal with it. He's actually a static model until I find a piece that makes him move. There, he died. I used the Bachman Percy face without using the eyeballs. It's hard to put this on camera without damaging the model. Yeah. Here he is with his actual expression you saw in the picture. To focus. Anyways, that's how as good as I get. And yes, I know one of his buffers ain't paint to deal with it. This is actually a broken Bachman Thomas with modifications with clay. Actually, for starters, I gave him 3 domes, getting shorter to tallest. No whistle, by the way. His whistle's inside. I don't know how that works. He has square windows. 1 window inside, unlike the other Thomas where you can see he has like 2 windows or something. A larger bunker. He's shorter. 8 wheels. And stuff. By the way, his name is Garfield 800, unnumbered. Let's try to rip off a Bachman sign thing I saw on the catalog or something. So he has brown wheels. He has cylinders, like how Twisted Tom gave his Thomas way back. If you guys remember that, if you're not sure, you do, because most of you are not classic hipsters. His wheel arch is totally different from Thomas. As you can see, he's right there. But his is slanting down like there, like sloping down like it's melting or some crap. He doesn't have extended side tanks. Well, it was supposed to be the thing you see on Henry and James, like this thing right here. I was trying to copy that, but the clay kind of accidentally leveled with it. But I was attempting to do that, and it kind of got merged with it. It's kind of hard to... I'm working on it, let's just say. I'll probably make it taller with some more clay later. But he has a trailing wheel, that's why it says 080, whatever the frick. It's so black and dark you can't see it, sadly. This is the front of it. This is the front of the locomotive of Gerald. It says Gerald because I misspelled it, but don't care. Gerald, they're all the same name. This is the side of it. And by the way, this is the front of it, like I said earlier. This is the back of it. The other side of it, the head-on top view. And him with his face. This is how his face would probably look like if he was actually put in Thomas and Friends in the classic model era. Or something like that. Gerald 8080 unnumbered. Wheesh! And stuff like that. This one actually, like I said, the difference between these two, this one moves. This one's kind of like a static model who just like sits there in the background and talks. He actually does speak, but he doesn't move, and I'll have to think of another backstory for them. Something happens to them. I think I'm gonna make this guy. I think I'm just gonna kill this guy off. Like, I'm not sure which one who should die or something. I think this guy should. He's like kind of the main leader jerk, and he should just be sold to like a different relic, but later on scrapped in the later years. And Teddy was shipped to the workshops, and gave in modifications with a diesel motor. No, he already has. By the way, Thomas is also a huge Jericho to him, and the reason why there's a little person, I'll explain it right quick. So basically, what happened was that Teddy was built in the workshop, right? He was. I have to change the script. I'm not sure which script I should do for. I'm not sure which script I should do. One is about Teddy being moved to Sodor, and one is about how Teddy being another railway, but Thomas is visiting. But either way, in both stories, it's like in the Teddy's unknown truth of his side of the story, is basically that he's a steam diesel hybrid, right? But right before Teddy was built, Percy disappears. I'm not sure if you know where this is going, but anyways, here it goes. So it turns out that they literally actually scrapped Percy. Yeah, Percy fancy could kind of scream at me, but it's my story. Percy is scrapped, and they use his parts, added American Diesel, and they fuse, and well, they make Teddy. Thomas is super upset about it, and he hates Teddy, and he tells the other, and he avoids visits for this rally because they had Thomas events, and since Percy can not longer come, they had to build a little mini version of Percy that runs on the same gauge, like a little diesel motor Thomas thing, like that thing they had in this Thomas Day Out with Thomas events in 1999 on some railroad. I forgot. Anyways, it basically using this, but he feels like it's all Teddy's fault for being built, and all the other edges blame him as well. When it's really not Teddy's fault because he didn't want it to be built, but they edges still care. They still think it's Teddy's fault when it's really his builder's fault. But however, later in the years, Thomas decides the only way to get rid of Teddy is by sabotaging him and blaming things on him. For instance, Jake, the Ford Fowler, only that he's with modifications, is given a new wheel system. But Thomas's driver sabotages the wheel so that he would crash and slightly tilted them off into a different angle so he would crash, like how James did in The Adventure Begins, only a little broodier, darker. He's a runaway engine. After taking I'm not sure whether it's designed about the goods trade. It kind of looks like a Big Adventure Begins, only with a little more grodier, and he doesn't crash onto a field like how James did. He literally comes to a cliff. Not like a bridge, but it's sort of like a cliff because they haven't built it yet. And it's too late for him, and he and his goods, and he falls and crashes to his doom. So the only engines remaining, because there's only 3 engines on the entire railway, because I have no other engines because I'm too lazy to buy them, are Garfield and Teddy. But Thomas sabotages Garfield when he's shunting in the middle of the night. And Thomas shunts Garfield into a small train, and there's basically he's lifting basically he falls into a small sinkhole, or he shuts him all the way to the harbor, actually, where Teddy is sleeping, and then he shuts him into the sea, and he actually drowns. Well, he doesn't drown, but he does sink, but he is later fished out, still surviving. But Thomas blames Teddy, and the controller sends him away to a scrapyard. But then the controller finds him, he gets rescued, blah blah blah, and then the war between Sodor and the Works and Railway begins. It will be all explained, and why Thomas is the villain. Well, that was really why Thomas is the villain. And most series have never made Thomas here the villain. Unless you're talking about that one guy series where Thomas comes for revenge or something, or it's really old classic, like Attack of the Thomas or something. It was a really good Hornby Bachman / film. I remember watching that while eating King's Hawaiians bread while watching TV with my mom and dad and stuff. It was really cool. I'm not sure if the video's still up now because YouTube has changed and he has new laws and it's becoming a crap site. But I still use it because that's the only site I feel safe on. Yeah. But yeah. So basically, he gets scrapped either way because he sold to another railway. But then, past the years, he gets scrapped. I know there won't be like a ghost story episode about him or anything. He's just a side character in Teddy's story, and he just. And I don't think he will be a permanent character at all. Who's just there, like, just there. He's just nothing. And yes, I will actually. I'm not sure whether to put him in real water or not because he has no motor. It says he has no motor that it won't matter if he falls in the water. I'll have to fish him out. But he gets a new chassis later on because I guess they show his chassis like fall in the sea and it rusts even more than it is. Yeah, and then it stays at the bottom of the sea and they just fish out his remains, surviving remains is somehow he's still alive because I don't think killing the two characters immediately is a very fair deal if you ask me. And if he, I also even like here. But yeah, I hope you like it. And also, auditions for Gearfield, or Gerald, or whatever the frick, Gearfield. Oh, yeah, Gearfield. The auditions for Gearfield and Jake will be open. And if you are interested in voicing them, then please let me know. And also, if you want to voice Teddy here, because Norman the Ginty and Teddy are open. Yeah. And yeah, they're open. And I hope you will enjoy this because this could be your big break for the Thomas fan base into voicing and stuff. Yeah, I hope you will enjoy it. And I will see you probably later on. And also, test footage just random footage of Jake, Teddy, and Gearfield running the line will be shown. Of course, Teddy, they'll all be angry at Teddy still, and Teddy will have a sad expression the entire time. Do not know why, but he will have sad expression the entire video, shunting coaches and stuff. It'll find some Kevin McLeod music or some music to go along with it that's a little depressing or whatever. By the way, yes, garbage are now buffers. Percy was enjoying his Anyways, I hope you enjoy this video and make sure if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to me because I make good decent content, I guess. Just make sure to drop a like button, subscribe, and watch my videos. See you next time, and see you next time. I'm off the rails.